Have you ever thought that you had figured it out? That you knew what it is that you wanted to do? You knew the direction you wanted to take in life. You knew what was going to be your path to success. And just when you thought you had it figured out, the rug was pulled from under you. That sounds like you. I want you to watch this video today because we're going to talk about something just like that. Check it out. Hi guys, it is Dr. Cody Dukes and we are back again for yet another video. Now you already know what to do. If you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up and like the video. And if you're not already, I ask that you go ahead and subscribe to the page. I'm uploading 5 videos a week. That's one every single weekday. I do motivational and inspirational content with a pop culture twist. I look at things like sports and movies, anime, superhero, cartoons, you name it. I just try to find a motivational message that I can deliver to you guys in a very easy to understand way so that you can be successful. If that sounds like something that you are trying to do, this is the channel for you. You should go ahead and subscribe. Now, with that out of the way, yesterday in my video, I talked about a movie and a superhero, and I talked about how it was important for him to remember who he was so that he could be successful. But today I wanted to talk about that hero again. And that hero was the hero featured in the movie starring Will Smith known as Hancock. Now, in the movie Hancock, a lot of things happen, but the main gist and the main thing that I wanted to talk about was the fact that Will Smith was a superhero. He was super strong, had super strength. He seemed pretty much invulnerable. You couldn't hurt him. Nothing could get to him, but yet he had amnesia. And as the movie goes on, you come to find out via Charlize Theron, who was actually basically his soulmate, for lack of a better term, that they were built in pairs and they love each other. But the problem is that because of the way they were built, they're always going to be drawn to each other, but they're also always each other's greatest weakness, because the longer they're around each other, the more vulnerable they become to harm. Meaning that anytime they stay together, whereas a bullet used to bounce off of his chest, now all of a sudden bullets penetrate. Now, don't ask me to try to explain the logic of it, but that's just what it is. The longer they are around each other, they actually become more vulnerable to harm. And so it's at this point later in the movie that Will Smith becomes aware that Hancock, the character Will Smith is playing, becomes aware. This whole time he thought he was invincible. He thought he couldn't be hurt. He didn't care. He thought he could do whatever he wanted to, but he became aware that he could be hurt, that his weakness was actually something extremely simple. He just did not know it. And when he figured it out, it almost basically cost him in the end of the movie. He almost died because of the fact that that weakness was in place. But by the end of the movie, you see Hancock staying a really good distance away from Charlize Theron and her husband, because he understands that for him to be a hero, he needs to stay away from the one weakness that he has. Now, the reason I'm talking about this movie is because I think that this is a message that we all can relate to. The importance of understanding and being aware of your weaknesses. A lot of people are extremely oblivious to both their strengths and their weaknesses. Now, while there's a lot of, tools, their strength finder assessments and things of that nature to help you figure out what you're good at, I don't know that there are nearly as many tools to help you figure out what you're not good at. And I guess that's because life tends to reinforce what we're not good at. If we're not good at something, we tend to get told very frequently and very loudly that we're not good at it. But sometimes some of us can be so confident and we can be so headstrong and stubborn that we can actually block it out. Now, I'm not saying that you should listen to all the naysayers and those who say that you should quit and give up. But what I am saying is that it's very important for our success that we be aware and knowledgeable concerning our areas of weakness. For example, now if you're 5'5", and you have dreams of making it to the NBA, I'm not telling you that you can't do it. It can be done. It's been done. But what I'm telling you is that you need to be aware of the fact that your weakness is your height. And because of that, you need to focus your training in certain areas that will compensate for the fact that you have that weakness. Just like Hancock had to learn to stay away from the one person who made him vulnerable, you have to learn to fix the areas, to lean on areas that are strengths and focus on making those the places that you spend a lot of time. For example, with the 5'5" person that is trying to make it to the NBA, I wouldn't be training on blocking shots. I just wouldn't. I don't think that's going to be something you're going to be. I would not be focusing my training on, being a defensive stopper. I would be focusing my training on being as athletic as possible, right? Because if I'm not tall, I need to be able to at least jump like I'm tall. Being an extremely good shooter, right? Because, if you're going to be taller than me, I need to at least be able to make every shot that I do get to take if I can get one off. I would focus on being an extremely good passer, extremely good decision maker, and an extremely good team defender. I would focus my energy on training in areas where I knew I was going, that could at least compensate for my vulnerabilities that I can't do anything about. Now, that's different from having weaknesses that you can do something about. You need to be working on those, strengthening those. I talked about that in previous videos. But weaknesses that you can't control, I'm sorry. Same example. If you're 5'5" and trying to make it to the NBA, you can't be overweight. You need to be strong. You need to lift weights, but you can't be obese. You need to be able to run all day. Like you can't have, as some people say, you can't have more than one struggle. Understand your weaknesses so that you can find ways to lean on your strengths so that those weaknesses cannot rear their heads. That's the video, guys. If you haven't already, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go ahead and like the video. And if you're not already, guys, what are you doing? Please subscribe to this channel. Why should you be subscribed to this channel? Because I upload 5 videos a week. That's one every single weekday. I do motivational and inspirational content with a pop culture twist, looking at things like movies and sports and superheroes and anime and cartoons and game shows, you name it. I just try to find a motivational message that I can deliver to you in a way that's easy to understand, and so that you can implement it into your life so that you can be as successful as you want to be. If that sounds like what you're trying to do, this is the channel for you. You need to subscribe. Guys, please let me know how I did down in the comments. Let me know how I can improve. Give me suggestions on topics I should cover. Guys, I do my best to get through all the comments and to get back to every single one of them. Guys, I appreciate you for sticking around this long. I appreciate the support. Please keep coming back because I'll be back with more content just for you guys. And as I always say, until next time, peace.